And this is coming in with regards to the Indian migrants who are now, in fact, the US flight, military aircraft carrying more than 200 illegal Indian immigrants is expected to land in Amritsar any moment now. The aircraft was originally scheduled to land in the morning but seems to have been delayed. Reports suggest that a C-17 Globemaster took off from San Antonio in Texas and is carrying illegal immigrants hailing from Punjab and neighboring states. This comes after Donald Trump assumed office as the US president last month, and the country's law enforcement agencies have launched a crackdown against illegal immigrants. The US military has deported illegal immigrants to many other countries. So the plane has just landed in Amritsar is what we are being told. Ghazali is joining us live. So Ghazali, it's largely the immigrants from Punjab. Can we say that to our viewers?
No, we can't, because a maximum number of immigrants are from Gujarat is what we are being told by sources, and the plane also has US officials. The plane has actually landed just 10 to 15 minutes ago at around 1:54 p.m. and Amritsar Police, the Director General of Police, Punjab DGP, was there yesterday, and he said that we will set up checking counters there to verify criminal antecedents or past history of all those who have been deported. Punjab's NRI Affairs Minister Kuldeep Dhaliwal yesterday reacted to this report, saying that he'll also meet Dr. Jaishankar, the External Affairs Minister, regarding why these people have been deported. But we all know that most of these people are also the ones who had gone to United States on legal documents, but their documents expired, they overstayed, and that is why they have been deported. It is also being told that there are certain elements, or there may be certain elements, who may have sympathy with the Khalistan movement, is what the government apparatus is telling, and they will be closely monitored. So as of now, the exact number, we are being told that around 205 are the total passengers who are traveling with that flight which has landed. We don't know the exact number of people because there are some US officials also who are traveling on that flight. This is also for the first time that United States has used a military aircraft to deport people. We know that how Colombia, Mexico, Peru and other countries had raised objections. Colombia exceptionally being the one where the president had said that President Trump, his counterpart, is not treating illegal immigrants or even immigrants in a humane way by putting chains on them. So this is something which was objected by some of the countries. Meanwhile, the government of India has not reacted to this entire report. We are awaiting a response from them once the verification at Amritsar airport finishes.
And Ghazali, this will be one of the many flights which we'll be seeing over the next few days from United States. You know, and if you're telling us that these are largely those who went with valid documents, perhaps it expired and they continue to live in America and they are now being deported. Does it mean that there could be similar illegal immigrants from different parts of India? And which is the state which would have the maximum number?
See, we can't ascertain that which state will have the which state will have the largest or highest number of illegal immigrants, but we certainly know that this was in the know. The government of India was kept in loop. Mr. Jaishankar was there last month in the to attend the inaugural ceremony of Mr. Trump, and when he met the Secretary of State as well as the National Security Advisor there, he was being told that around 18,000 illegal immigrants from India have been identified, and most of them have lost their court appeals as well. And that is when Dr. Jaishankar gave a very bold statement that India has a very clear stand when it comes to illegal immigrants, that world is a global workplace. India does promote people applying for jobs and settling in other countries for work, but India doesn't support illegal immigrants or people to go to other countries on illegal documents. But the wider question is that the government, both in the state as well as in center, they need to just crack down on these agents who lure people through a donkey route or whatever route. We know that through illegal means these people are made to travel from other countries to US-Mexico border, in the Middle Eastern countries as well. But this is certainly it shouldn't come as a surprise for anyone, because Dr. Jaishankar was there. He was told about it. He also confirmed that what is India's stand. So what we are being told, that the External Affairs Minister as well as the government of India was told about this entire deportation process, that certain Indians will be deported.
Does it mean that those who are being deported largely were in US jails? They were serving a term, and because they lost all chance of appeal, that is the reason they are being deported? Or did they, I mean, on what basis were they declared illegal immigrants?
See, those details have not been revealed either by the US administration or here by the government of India, but we will get to know the details once their history will be verified, or say the background verification happens, because the Punjab police has set up specific counters at the Amritsar Shri Guru Ram Das Ji airport, at the international airport. From there, the arrangement is that people from different states, like from Gujarat, will be flown to Gujarat from Amritsar. People from Haryana will be made to travel by bus. They will be sent by road to Haryana. Whether they were in prison there, whether they had finished their sentence, those details have not been shared by the US administration as of now.
Okay, a couple of more questions before I let you go, Ghazali. Which are the other countries from where these migrants have been there in United States? And because if it is deportation which is happening, it clearly means that it's not happening only of Indians who have been living there in US illegally. Perhaps similar flights would have taken off to other countries as well.
See, Mexico, we know, we also know about Colombia, we also know about Peru. These three countries had reacted initially when the deportation flights started taking off from United States, and top US administration officials have been present when these flights take off from there to ensure or to send out a message that the entire top machinery of the US administration is taking it very seriously when it comes to illegal immigration, as Mr. Trump has also said many a times by now. So these are the three countries, and we are also being told that more such flights will keep flying out of the United States for deporting these illegal immigrants.
Okay, Ghazali, so 100 Indian migrants are back. What about the rest? Because initially we were told that this number is somewhere around 200 plus.
There are some US officials. There were some US officials also on board, and exact picture will emerge later once we get a word from the Punjab DGP, because the police is verifying those details, that which state has or how many these illegal immigrants who have been deported belong to which state. The classification data of we are being told that people are from Maharashtra, from Gujarat, from Punjab and Haryana, and how many of them are there? Around 104 people, or data of 104 people was shared by the security agencies from Amritsar.
Okay, and do we know the background of these migrants? In which professions they were largely? Which industry they served?
Most of these immigrants actually from Punjab, if we can confirm, most of these people belong to the border belt called the Majha belt of Punjab, from Amritsar, from Tarn Taran, from Jalandhar, from Gurdaspur, and largely they come from the peasant family, largely they come from the farming family, and we know the kind of high unemployment rate is there in Punjab, so people migrated or tried to adopt those routes. People are also, people from Gujarat and Haryana are also there. We don't know the exact details or the background of those deportees who are from Haryana and Gujarat.
Okay, and you know, I've been reading some articles in which they are suggesting that as to why Donald Trump actually used expensive military plane for this deportation. Do you have an answer to that?
This is more like a very strong message, to send out a strong message, Maria, that illegal or to say that deportation used to happen earlier as well, and we should let our viewers know that this is not the first flight under Mr. Trump which has come to India. There was another batch of deportees who were sent just a couple of days ago. We also made contact with those deportees who belong to Haryana, and they said that they came at around between 8th to 11th of Feb. So this is much like days later after Mr. Trump came to office, and they were clearly told that this is happening because Mr. Trump has assumed the office of president there. So, and earlier also these flights used to come, but a military aircraft is perhaps for the first time when the US has used it to send the deportees.
Yes, because Ghazali, you know, the US is usually known to be carrying out deportation on commercial charters that look like regular commercial planes. And they are operated by the US Customs and Immigration Enforcement. But this is a first in which a military plane is being used to ferry illegal immigrants.
Yes, and see, this has come at a time when a lot of questions are being raised that how Prime Minister Modi will be going to United States from some days from now, and why Mr. Trump chose to do that despite the meeting being scheduled. But we are being told that Mr. Trump has been very clear about immigration issue. This has been one of his poll issues as well. While campaigning, he used to say that once I'm in office, I'll deport all those by taking the names of the countries from where these people come from. And you see this carrot and stick approach of Mr. Trump, that first he threatens with immigration, then tariff charge, and then he speaks to those heads of the states like he did with Mr. Trudeau in Canada, then the Mexican president recently, and then halted the entire idea of tariff. But the illegal immigration point is not something on which he is negotiating at all. Because even from Mexico or Canada, the only thing which he clarified later was that things have been paused, or the tariff issue has been paused. He won't impose any tariff only after Mexican president had promised that strict measures or security people will be deployed near the border to check immigration. So perhaps when it comes to illegal immigrants or deporting them, Mr. Trump has been very clear about it, and there seems to be no negotiation on that particular issue, and that is why there's a strict measure or sending out a strong message by deporting them on a military aircraft.
Okay, and Ghazali, you know, Republican lawmakers have been of this opinion that this is for the first time in US history that they are locating and loading illegal aliens. They are being, that's the way Donald Trump described illegal migrants during the course of his entire election campaign, aliens, criminals who have invaded America. And the timing cannot be more significant because this is happening just a week ahead, in fact 10 days ahead of Prime Minister's US visit, where he will be also hosted by President Trump at White House.
Say that there is certainly a sense of panic among even those who have got legal documents to stay in the United States. I've gone through, I've spoken to certain people that even in WhatsApp groups, it is being shared that people, if their kids are in this school, then you should know where are their original documents, because this immigration hunt, what you call the forces which are checking all those documents for immigrants, are landing up at schools. There was also some report that people landed at gurdwaras, which was factually incorrect, because later the Gurdwara authorities back from states issued a statement that there has not been such an issue that people are illegal immigrants are staying at gurdwaras or the authorities are checking gurdwaras, but certainly a sense of panic even for those who have legal documents to stay and work in Canada, in the United States.
All right, Ghazali, thank you so much for joining us. So we can tell our viewers that the first plane carrying 404 illegal migrants from India has landed in Amritsar. The United States has begun its process of deporting illegal migrants to various countries, which also includes a number of them coming from India.